Okay, so it's this time of year again, apple drops. And the less rain I get, the more apple drops I find. And they're not very mature right now. See, they're quite small. About the size of a rubber bouncy ball, actually. Some a little bigger. So if I go through and clean them up, then I don't have deer poop in my yard, number one. And number two, I can feed my pigs these instead of feed the deer. So I go around, and about every other day, I'll clean them up, depending on how much there is. Hey, pigs, come on, here's your apples. Come on, Wilbur. So here's your pig update, everybody. The pigs are eating the apples. They are happy guys. The bigger the apples are getting, obviously the sweeter they are. And those small little apples that were the size of rubber balls were tart and bitter. These are getting quite a bit bigger. They're almost full size. These particular apples from this tree, we don't know the variety, usually are ready in September. So now that we're into August, pigs are getting some sweeter apples. We're still not getting much rain, so they're not getting much bigger or much sweeter. But here's the story about the pigs. These big pigs, we bought them so that we could get the registration on the litter of pigs that we bought that were theirs, and then able to retro register the litters of pigs that were born here with our pigs, because we also got them artificially inseminated from registered semen. So then I had good quality pigs. So some of the pigs went off to market. We are down to 3 gilts and these 2. So I actually just got off the phone with a meat processor that we've used in the past. And do you know, they are not taking any pigs until after the end of the year. So I said, well, what about beef? My freezer's empty, and I've been actually buying beef at the store. And at $4 or $5 a pound, depending on what we're buying. And my corn trailer is about down to a third full of corn. I'm gonna run out of corn before our sunflowers are ready, and we're replacing the sunflowers for the corn for the winter. I've got too many cows and too many pigs. So these guys either need to go off to an auction or go off to a freezer. The day they got brought home, I wanted him to call and get them at the butcher. And we've always done our butchering in the past, but there has not been time with baby. It's kind of a 2-person job. He does the killing, skinning, and gutting. And sometimes he'll bring them up to big sections for me. So these guys have got to go. It has been in the 80s and 90s for a month and a half, and it's just too hot. I did want to say that we kept them around longer than that first week or so. We built the pen. I thought, you know, we might be able to get another litter of pigs out of them, or possibly 2. It's been 2 springs with no pigs. They had been trailered in a big livestock trailer for a while before they got moved to the pen. And I thought, well, let's give them a second chance since they're in this pen, and a second chance and a second chance. So there's been no litters of pigs. They are, I think they're going on 7 years old right now. I've been told that a pig will breed up to about 10 years of age. It really seems to be that their optimum time of breeding is between like 2 to 5 years. Tamworths grow slow. They put on the weight slowly, and they're a leaner pig, so they're great for bacon because there's not so much excess fat. Where the market pigs of the past were more geared towards lard and producing as much meat as possible. So since these put it on slowly, you're feeding them for a long time. So that being said, I just assume not have any pigs at all right now, and then just buy a spring weanling pig from anybody and grow it out over the summer, because then you don't have the winter feeding and everything. You just have the summer heat to kind of get through. Pigs generally do pretty well with all that. You just have to make sure that they have plenty of water. Broken pig barrels, all these issues. It's hot today. It is probably 90 something degrees and I'm ready for a break. So let's see about getting these pigs to a market. So lucky me, I actually just got off the phone with a market that's semi-close to me. It's about a half an hour. They can take the pigs, they can take a couple cows. She said, I got space open, bring me whatever you want. Well, I can fit about 2 big steers and these 2 large pigs in the livestock trailer all at once because there's a dividing door between the 2 sections of the pen. So I could get the cattle in together. I could take 4 in, and I'm running 2 freezers, and 1 is about empty. It's got nothing but rhubarb in it. I've still got rhubarb growing, so that's no problem. I can make a bunch of pies between now and September.